So hello to everyone. I guess that the audio is fine this time because I recorded a video yesterday, but it turned out that the sound wasn't turned on. So yeah, I had to deal with this. So anyway, we have reading passage 2 this time. So I got a mouse so I can navigate easily. So anyways, so let's get started. We have matching features. You may use any letter more than once. Bad outcomes. So outcomes means results. For a forest, when people focus only on its financial reward. Reference to the aspects of any tree that contribute to its worth. Aspects of any tree means any tree, good or bad, still is worth something, right? So mention of the potential use. Excuse me for that. Potential use of wood. Potential use of wood to help run vehicles. So it's easily you can find it easily if you find a paragraph that uses vehicles. Then you just highlight the answer. Example of insects. Okay, insects that attack trees. An alternative name for trees that produce low use wood. Here we have remove trees that are diseased, generate income across a number of years, create a forest whose trees are close in age. Close in age means they are similar in age. So we have TSAI cut, salvage, shelter wood. I'm gonna find that real quick. So there we go. I'm just gonna choose green color here. So timber sand, TCI cut, and then we have salvage cut. These questions, they follow the order. If you want, I can just highlight. I'll just write the name, but I want to spend some time teaching you the paraphrasing table. So here, the sentence completion is the very last, 22 to 26. There's a very high chance you will find the answers at the very last paragraph. So thinnings. So one thing, some dead wood. I want to find dead wood. So dead wood, you can see dead wood over here. So some dead wood is removed to avoid the possibility of something. So thinnings and dead wood removal for fire prevention. So we have fire prevention. I think I can just write question number 22. There you go. Again, I'm gonna implement. I want to insert, not implement, but insert words from questions and similar words from passage. All right. So question 22. Question 22 says there's a fire prevention, but in here the question number 22 says to avoid. All right, but now I'm not going to really waste your time focusing on that part, but instead just first of all finish the answers. Okay, now a tree's value depends on several factors, including its species, size, form, condition, quality, function, and accessibility, and depends on the management goals for a given forest. The same tree can be valued very differently by each person who looks at it. A large, straight black cherry tree has high value as timber to be cut into logs or made into furniture. Okay, but for a landowner more interested in wildlife habitat, the real value of that stem or trunk may be the food it provides to the animals. Okay, likewise, if the tree suffers from black knot disease, its value for timber decreases, but to a woodworker interested in making bowls, it brings an opportunity for a unique and beautiful piece of art. There we go. So, we already found here, this is the part, any aspect. First of all, any aspect of that means reference to the aspects of any tree that contribute to its worth means even though if the tree is dead, there's a still chance to make profit out of it, right? Such as woodworker will will have a good you will have a good chance to make bowels, unique and beautiful ones. And also they're saying that for the landowner who's interested in wildlife habitat, the real value of that stem may be maybe the food it provides to the animals, right? So there we go. It is still worth, if it's good or bad, it's still worth something. Now, in the past, Pennsylvania landowners were solely interested in the value of the trees as high-quality timber. Okay, so the norm was to remove the stems of highest quality and leave behind poorly formed trees that were not as well suited to the site where they grew. This practice, called high grading, has left a legacy of low-use food in the forest. Some people even call these junk trees, and they are abundant in Pennsylvania. So, excuse me, I'm gonna highlight this part actually. This part is giving an answer for question number. Whoops. Why it's not highlighting? Thank you. I'm having a rough time to highlight this. This is question number 14. Because hold on. No, this is not 14, but alternative name. Hold on. This is the one I was trying to say, not 14, but 18. Excuse me. 18, there we go. Alternative name. This is the part that is alternative name. Junk trees. It's also known as junk tree, right? So these trees have lower economic value for traditional timber markets, compete for growth with higher value trees, shade out desirable regeneration, and decrease the health of a stand, leaving it more vulnerable to poor weather and disease. Okay, management that specifically targets low use wood can help landowners manage these forest health issues. Okay, and wood energy markets help promote this. There we go. I think I was right with the question number 14 as well, with the chance that it is B as well. Because bad outcome for a forest means they're saying that if the low use wood, a wood that is very low in quality has lower economic value, and it has and so they have to compete for growth with higher value trees, and so shade out desirable regeneration and decrease the health of a stand, leaving it more vulnerable to poor weather and disease. That means a sick wood or a low quality wood is more vulnerable to poor weather and disease, right? So therefore, management that specifically targets low use wood can help landowners manage these forest health issues, and wood energy markets help promote this. So that means people who are only interested, because you can see the word solely means only, right? Solely means only. So people who are only interested in making profit out of a tree, they cut the highest quality down, but leave the lower ones behind. So when the dead wood actually is left behind, there's a very high chance it is vulnerable to poor weather and disease, making the forest less less green or something like that, right? So I'm not really into that topic, but anyways, I think this is what it's explaining about. So we're gonna go more a little bit. We didn't come for the TCI cut just yet. We didn't find any answers for that. So wood energy markets can accept less expensive wood material of lower quality than would be suitable for traditional timber market. Most wood used for energy in Pennsylvania is used to produce heat or electricity through combustion. Many schools and hospitals use wood boiler systems to heat and power their facilities. Many homes are primarily heated with wood, and some coal plants incorporate wood into their coal streams to produce electricity. So this is mainly talking. This sentence is mainly talking about the use of wood. Wood can also be gasified for electrical generation, and can even be made into liquid fuels like ethanol and gasoline for lorries and cars. Okay, there we go. We found the answer for question number 16, which is C. It's talking about vehicles. The vehicles are lorries and cars. So this is question number 15. No, 16. Okay, 16. There we go. We have lorries. Lorries and cars are known as vehicles. Okay, now, one such approach is called a timber stand improved TCI cut. In a TCI cut, really poor quality tree and plant materials cut down to allow more space, light, and other resources to the highest value stems that remain. Removing invasive plants might be another primary goal of a TCI cut. The stems that are left behind might then grow in size and develop more foliage and larger crowns or tops that produce more coverage for wildlife. They have a better chance to regenerate in a less crowded environment. TCI cuts can be tailored to one farmer's specific management goals for his or her land. Okay. A TCI cut, salvage cut to remove trees. Not really. It's not saying anything from here. However, also we have to make sure that it is telling you we can use any layer motor once. So another approach that might yield a high amount of low use wood is salvage cut. With many pests and pathogens visiting forests, including hemlock, woolly adelgid, Asian long-homed beetle, emerald ash borer, and gypsy moth, to name just a few, it is important to remember that those working in the forest can help ease these issues through cutting procedures. To remove trees that are diseased. Okay, there we go. This is question 19. So remove trees means cutting procedures, right? Cutting procedures. Remove trees that are diseased. Disease means pests and pathogens, and there's a hemlock, woolly, agile, blah blah blah, and all these things, right? So now, moreover, shelter wood cut, which only helps. Now, examples of insects. There's another one I forgot. We forgot about the insects. So these are the names of insects: hemlock, woolly adelgid, Asian long-homed beetle, blah 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 blah. These are the names. This is question number. Let me just remove the highlight so I can easily navigate. So question number 17. All right. Can I just make sure that it is a red light so I can find it easily now? Thank you. Now, shelter wood cut, which only takes place in a mature forest that has already been thinned several times, involves removing all the mature trees when other seedlings have become established. This then allows the forester to decide which tree species are regenerated. It leaves a young forest where all trees are at a similar point in their growth. There we go. I think this passage is very, very easy. To create a forest whose trees are close in age. So question number 21. So question 21. Similar point of their growth. Similar point of their growth means are close in age. So this is said by salvage cut. No, this is not salvage cut, but C, but shelter wood cut. Did I find salvage cut, however? So it can also be used to develop a two-tier forest so that there are two harvests and money that can. Okay, I am confused for one part because I think I skipped salvage cut because TCI cut didn't say anything with regards to that. So this is question number 20. So a number of years, that means over a decade or more. Money that comes, not money that comes. Money that comes. This is the part. Number of years. This is again shelter wood. Yeah, shelter wood. To remove trees that are diseased is by a salvage cut. There you go. Still, I did put 19, but I didn't. I forgot to put the name. to put the answer actually. So now, now there's something from the tops of cut trees can help improve soil quality. There's something on top of the tree. Also, the central production of low-use wood. However, it is important to remember that some retention of what many would classify as low-use wood is very important. The tops of trees that have been cut down should be left on the side so that their nutrients. So there's a nutrient, okay, cycle back into the soil. So the nutrients are the nutrients. So this is question number 23, right? 23. Here it has to be fire, and here it has to be nutrients. Some damaged trees should be left, as there's something provide habitats for a range of creatures. In addition, trees with many cavities are extremely important habitats for insect predators like woodpeckers, bats, and small mammals. Excuse me. So this is question number 24, right? This is question 24. Important habitats for insect predators. Range of creatures, like habitats for insect predators. There are woodpeckers, bats, and small mammals. So their cavities, right? Some trees that are small, such as something, are a source of food for animals and insects. They help control problem insects and increase their health and resilience of the forest. It is also important to remember that not all small trees are low use. For example, many species like hawthorn provide food for wildlife. My pronunciation for a moment became like a Jamaican one. So question number 25. Question number 25 means there's a hawthorn. There we go. Food for animals and insects. Food for wildlife. Okay, and any trees that are something should be left to grow. Finally, rare species of trees in a forest should also stay behind. All right. The easiest passage of them all. So, trees that are rare, all right, should also stay behind. Should also stay behind means should be left to grow. So structural diversity means a variety of species in the forest. Now let me actually remove this part. Whoops. Remove this part now. All right, so question only on its financial reward. Question 14. Only on its financial reward. It was in paragraph B. Solely interested in the value. Solely interested in the value. Question 15. Question 15 says aspects of any tree. Aspects of any tree came from A, or not A, maybe present. Aspects of any tree: size, form. So there's aspects are like size. No, I mean species, size, form, condition, quality, function, and many more. 16 is referring to potential use of wood. Run vehicles, lorries and cars, 17. 17 is insect that attack trees. So insects that attack, let me just say insects, and then these insects are known as, where are they? Pests and pathogens, including what is that? Hemlock, woolly adelgid, Asian long-homed beetle, emerald bush borer, and so on. I'm just not gonna name them all, and just keeps going. All right. So 18, however, 18 alternative name means alternative name was given on top. It is just also some people even call these junk trees. 19, remove trees that are diseased. 19 came somewhere around here, I guess, right? Cutting procedures. So we are with the 20. I think you can understand the logic for number 19. Remove trees that are diseased. Disease means they're being attacked by these, pests and pathogens, like, the hemlock, woolly adelgid, Asian long-homed beetle, and so on, right? So I think you can understand the logic here. I don't have to write them all. Generate income across a number of years. Number of years means over a decade or more. 21, over a decade or more. 21, are close in age. Are close in age means similar point in their growth. 22. 22, remove, to avoid means prevention. 23, what is that? Tops of trees help improve soil quality. 22, where is 22? 23. Should be left on so the nutrients cycle back into the soil. Improve soil quality. Cycle back to the soil. I think, again, you can understand the logic, right? 24. Range for a range of creatures. For a range of creatures means insect predators like woodpeckers, bats, and small mammals. 25 is food for animals and insects. Food for animals and insects. Food for animals and insects, or food for wildlife. And last but not least, 26 we have is should be left to grow. This part should be left to grow. Means should also stay behind for structural diversity. There you go, guys. We finished passage 2. The following episode is going to be question number, passage 3. Let me just actually make sure the format is clear. All right, now there you go, guys. So we officially finished passage number 2, Cambridge issue number 18, test number 1. If you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. Also, if you like the video, make sure to put the thumbs up. If you don't like the video, make sure you put the dislike button as well. And if you majority of you haven't subscribed as well, so I would ask you please to subscribe, because it helps out a lot, not just for the sake of profit or generating revenue or some sort of income, but for the sake of making sure that these kinds of contents, academic contents, just preparing for the exams, are available for anyone without any cost, without any charge, or without any money being asked from you. All right, guys. So yeah, there you go, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you on the next episode.